Hello, Dr. Gervis, and you amazing ladies. Thank you, Dr. Gervis, for this wonderful opportunity to speak into the lives and greet your women for this amazing conference. I love the title, Sharp, Wise, Anointed, Empowered for Impact. I think that describes the majority of the women in the room, or it will have women aspire to be all of these things. But I love Proverbs 31, so I didn't want to do that one because I've spoken to you all on that before. So I want to drop some nuggets from Proverbs 27 and verse 17. And I'm reading it from the Living Bible. A friendly discussion is an stimulating as the sparks that fly when iron strikes iron. That's from the Living Bible. But the Amplified says it even better. Iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend, or show rage or worthy purpose. So that lets you know good discussion. And the majority of you are British women, and so you know about Margaret Thatcher. And one of her phrases that I loved and adopted throughout my lifetime is, I do so love a good argument. Margaret Thatcher used to say to her men in the cabinet and also the party across the aisles, right? It's, good discussions are gone these days, but we need it because a phrase that I have, and I'll incorporate many of my phrases here, um, a woman of um, a woman who's secure in who she is will share her knowledge, will share her wisdom, will enjoy a good discussion to just see if she's right, or most of the time to express that she's right. But the older you get and the more secure you are, is the more you enjoy a good argument because it stimulates you into performing better, understanding that there's going to be people that disagree with you, but as long as you know what you're talking about today, it's really easy to do research. The Google University, the YouTube University, separate to the degrees that you have in a subject that you have studied for. But these things help you. Knowledge helps you to sharpen the tool set that you have, and being in the right company. And as the theme of this conference is, was it sharp, wise, anointed, empowered for impact? You're sitting with women who will sharpen your skill set. You're sitting with wisdom that will empower you even more. You are all anointed. You're sitting with anointed women, women who are called, whether it's in the ministry or called to that marketplace, to have that, all have that marketplace anointing. And so you are well-rounded and well nurtured for the roles and the multifaceted roles that you are about to embark on. And then to make an impact, empowered to impact, make an impact, make a lasting impression. This is the season of my life where I'm talking about legacy, where I'm talking about the wealth of women, teaching women, if you're not invited to the table, create your table and bring others who are superior to you in their wisdom, in their knowledge. That means you've got to be comfortable in yourself. When we talk about being sharp, you are wise as an owl. You are enticing as a soft and gentle as a dove. You can go and wrangle your way through things, right? You can move. I hate to give this illustration, but you can move like a snake, meaning that you can move around the room. See yourself moving around the room, not to seduce, but to receive knowledge, to understand knowledge. Some people call it work the room. I know how to work the room. I'm confident in myself now. I have been for well over a few decades now, but I'm confident in myself now that when I walk in the room, I want to know who's in the room. I want to know the zeros that are behind certain people. I want to know their what's it, resume, their accolades. I'm not put off by that. Because I'm in this stage, we should all be in the stage of forever learning, forever sharpening our tools that are in our toolkit. And the other thing, to sharpen your tools, you better know what tools you have in your toolkit. So I'm going to talk to you just a little bit on this illustration of sharpening. I've got a few minutes with you, so I don't want to use up too much, but I've done some notes that I would ask Gervis to distribute to you. So whatever I don't get to, it's here in the notes that you can look it up. But one of the videos that I've put in the notes is on YouTube, and how they sharpen knives, and it's the same school set that they use to sharpen swords. And then there's one that I looked up, but I didn't put on the list for you, is where they sharpen arrows that they use to kill an animal, and how sometimes it gets dull, how it gets blunted, and how they sharpen it up. But it's the same tool set. And when I think of iron sharpening iron, yes, I used to think of another iron clanging away, but it isn't. It's the tool set they use, the stone that they use that sharpens the iron, and it's two sets of stones. It's all there in the video, so I don't have to go into it. But what do I want to say to you today, ladies? Secure women will run to sound advice and sound counsel. With good discussion, ideas are shared. Sometimes it's shared passionately, and you are passionately ignorant. But in that passion that you are sharing, you have the ability to receive instruction and correction. Sometimes when I'm around my young adults, they tell me, "Oh, mom, you're wrong." And I said, "Yes, but I'm passionately wrong." And so I just turn it back, because as I'm passionately wrong, they are giving me the knowledge. They're advising me. When I sit with people that are smarter than me, and I talk with them and they're giving me advice, I don't emphasize how right I am. I have this ability to listen and to receive instructions. What's the phrase that we all say, the lovely English phrase, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Learn to receive. My mother in love used to say this all the time: pick sense out of nonsense. Those are the wisdom tools that we need. And when we sit in a room and we're listening to discussions and we're listening to things that we're not always for, but we're not sure if we're against it. So you pick sense out of nonsense. You try to take those things that will advise you, that will make you secure in your knowledge, make you secure in your expression of your knowledge. And it's always good to be in a room of women that have higher, I don't want to just use the word intellect, but have higher spiritual discernment, have higher discernment of character, discernment of ways, discernment of spirit, because they help to nurture you into to be able to walk into any room. And when I say any room, rooms of influence, rooms of affluence, rooms of spiritual authority, rooms of natural authority. Because ladies, I want to really encourage you with this, as I do to my mega women. For the past few years, I've been saying this to a private group of women that I've nurtured because of where they were heading. I could see where they were heading. And when I told them where they were heading, they got really upset with me, saying, "No, I don't want that." But I told them they would sit at tables with the unrighteous. They would sit at tables with those who have grievance against women, women of color, women of affluence, women of leadership. You're gonna sit at those tables. And I instructed them, why are they bringing you to these tables? Because they can trust you to change them. They can trust you to give them understanding, to give them, to impart knowledge that they wouldn't normally receive in a broader spectrum of space. And so, ladies, I encourage you today that you are being called, you are being drawn in this season to sharpen iron. You are that stone that needs to be rubbed on to sharpen the edges of the people that you are about to work with. You have a knowledge. That's why you are the stone. Some of you, you are the knife, you are the sword that needs to be sharpened, your tool set sharpened for what you're getting ready to be used for. But whatever part of the process you are, remember that God is calling you right now to be sharp. With that sharpness, he's calling you to be wise. That means your character. That means your grace. That means the mercy that you carry has got to be extended even further. He's anointed you. There's things that I've listed why God has anointed you, what you're anointed for. There is a purpose in your anointing. There is an assignment to your anointing. And finally, you are empowered. You are empowered to bring impact, because that impact is going to be lasting. It's going to be quick. It's going to be powerful, but it's going to be lasting. Thank you, ladies, for receiving me. Thank you, Gervis, for giving me this opportunity. I hope I haven't gone over time, but I love you all and God bless you.